Hey everybody, Spine Ticks Pressing here, and I've got 3 signed books back from CBCS. You're going to want to check this out. So I'm trying to put my money where my mouth is, so let's get to it! Alright, I've been putting out some prior videos where I've discussed and really put the question out to you, is it really worth sending books into CGC? In terms of the value of your comics, I think probably so. But right now, and I think you might agree with me, there's been a lot of headaches that come with CGC, and I hit a point where I decided enough's enough, and I decided to go with CBCS. Now, I've got one book I'm going to share with you. This is a book that I submitted prior at a local con. I had the book signed by Kevin Eastman, and the book is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, the 3rd print. I'm going to put this one right here because I did get that book back. And let me share it with you now. Here it is. It came back a 5.5. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I was very disappointed with the grade. I thought that this book would grade higher. I did have them press the book, and I think maybe that was a mistake. I'm not really very pleased with the pressing job that they did. From what I can see, I do see, let me pull it out of the bag here and share it with you. On the back, Kevin Eastman did a really nice remark and his signature, but this area right in here, there was what looked like someone placed maybe a soda can on it years and years ago, and it created an indentation. And I just didn't have enough time to get this book pressed and ready before the signing. I probably should have gave myself more time in hindsight. And so I decided to pay CBCS for the pressing, and I'm disappointed. I see some ripples in the book. The overall flatness of the book looks great, but there is a little bit of wear. It's not so bad. I'll try to give you some close-ups of this book here so you can see for yourself. But I thought the book presented really nicely. Corners are very sharp. Edges look great. There's nothing like a tear or anything like that with the book. So it's all just, I think, from the pressing. I'll put up the grader's notes here so you can see them. But I do think that for now, I'll leave it encased as it is. And I think maybe somewhere down the road, I'm going to break this one out and do a clean press and resubmit of this book. And probably send it back to CBCS. I felt that they did a fair job. I feel like the grading, based on the way this book presents in the case after the pressing, I feel that it is a 5.5. I do think this grade probably should be maybe about 1 grade higher, conservatively. I think it's probably a 6.5, maybe a 7.0, if some of the issues can be taken out. Now, there was a tear here on the back, I'd say it's about a 1/4 inch long tear. But overall, the book itself looks pretty great in the case. I am very happy with the larger case. It feels very, very sturdy, and I really enjoy the label. I think the label looks great. I did have Kevin Eastman sign the back just because I thought this area would present better. I needed to have asked him to do it sideways. I think I would have been happier if we had it running the length of the book, but it is what it is. So I don't know. Maybe I'll come back and I can have him sign it again at another show. All right, so here is the bulk of what I've got for you today. These are 2 books that I personally dropped off when I went to pick up this book. I live about 3 hours from Dallas, and that's where CBCS in Beckett is located. And I made an appointment to go to their location to pick my book up. Saved about $26 in shipping, and I don't really know if it's worth that to do that, to save that amount. I think for anything in the future, I'm just going to have them ship it back. I do think, though, I am up in Dallas enough during the year, maybe 5 to 6 times a year. I do think that it's worth dropping off, because these 2 books, and they're both signed, so they required the signature verification. One had original artwork and required a verification of the original artwork. These 2 books I dropped off on November 8th. I received them a day late because UPS, I don't know, said that they missed me, but I was home. I received them on November 24th. So that's a pretty good turnaround time, I think, for books that are signed. And I think right now, from what I'm hearing with CGC, that may be faster. So here we go. I'm going to open this up. And I feel like the packing of the books is slightly different than CGC. They've got them both here together, bubble wrapped, and then everything else was packed in paper. So I feel like they did a pretty good job with that. Now, the books in question that I have here to share with you, one of them is a New York Comic Con. I think it was an exclusive. I think it's the 1 in 100 variant, and it is a Superman 1 facsimile done by Pablo Villalobos. And I am a big fan of Pablo Villalobos. I think that he is definitely an up-and-coming star in the comic book world. And I've got a number of his signatures because he's local. He lives in Houston. I've seen him now at 2 different shows. And so I picked up this book. Wow, tough one to get open. Picked this book up off of eBay from a seller that I've actually bought other books from before in the past. And they're located out of New York. And got a signature. And from there, got the book up to CBCS. The second book that I have is a book that I picked up from Rick's Comic Crypt. He's frequents a lot of shows in the Central Texas area. He's located out of San Antonio, and he had a Neil Adams signed book. Unfortunately, it was personalized, but I thought it was beautiful, and it's got a original artwork done by Neil Adams and Adams' signature, and it's like a profile of Batman. So I thought it was fantastic, and I had to get it, so I did. So let's take a look first at, let's just put this one right here. Let's first take a look at the first book, which is this copy here of Pablo Villalobos' signature. It says verified signature. I don't know what the hell that means. They didn't grade the book. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into this one. This is bizarre. Maybe it's B for bizarre. I don't know what this means. It does say up on it, verified signature, Pablo Villalobos. And then I have no grade other than what this means, B. I have no idea. Maybe they thought this was original artwork. I don't know. But this is bizarre. For B for bizarre. So there it is. Beautiful book. Looks great. Probably going to send this back to them and have them grade it and figure out what the hell they did wrong on this one. I don't know how they would have confused this, because I know I did do the paperwork correctly, and I specifically had the verified signature for this one and then the artwork for the other book. So I don't know. I guess maybe you have to get the signature verified and then pay additionally for the grading. But I was in there. I talked to them face to face, and it doesn't seem like there should have been any confusion on that. All right, so here's the last one. This is, let's get the, I've got an invoice here, which I'll take a look at in just a minute. And All right, so here we have the artwork, and we've got, it says verified signature Neil Adams, sketch on cover. Looks great. All they've indicated is art, and I don't know, it just says I've got some of the information, and I'm not sure how I feel about this. I wanted the book graded. I worked on this one. I thought this one probably should be a 9.8. And so I'm going to be reaching out. I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And I will be reaching out to these guys. Right now, I'm very unhappy. I'm not sure what the confusion was, but I feel like for what I paid for the book, maybe I need to. I feel like maybe they should have communicated a little bit better in terms of, if I had to pay additionally for the grading, I would have. Or I mean, all I needed to do was complete the order form differently. So I'm not sure if you've got to get the art verified and then additionally you have to pay for grading. I don't know. I feel a bit embarrassed. I don't feel like I should feel like that when dealing with a company. But again, this is new. I'm trying a new thing. I'm trying to shift my business away from CGC to CBCS. And I hope, and I'll add a piece to this after I speak to them and see what can be resolved. But very disappointed with them. I don't know. I hope this can be resolved in my favor. If it can't, I might just go back to CGC because I just don't feel like this would have been done at CGC the way that their framework is set up for their signature the new signature verification now. So I guess I made a mistake. It looks like I made a mistake on both of these, and not sure why. But I don't know, maybe you can add in the comments below. I studied their site pretty carefully, but this, I think you may agree, this is just a beautiful, beautiful image of this Batman profile. Maybe this is why I got them back so quickly. But yeah, just gorgeous. Neil Adams down there. He wrote for Willard, and I think I'd be willing to change my name to Willard. Just to proudly put this one on the wall because I think it's fantastic. So it's a Detective Comics number 20, and they have this one. It's called a We Can Be Heroes variant, and it's beautiful. And there actually are some notes on this. Let's see, Penguin and Emperor Penguin appearances, and Penumbra cameo. But again, it does say verified signature Neil Adams sketch on cover, and cover and art Jason Pallock. So I guess they're talking about the interior cover. So there's that. So right now, very disappointed. I hope CBCS can resolve this to my satisfaction. Not really sure what the confusion was, but I will study my invoice to figure out what in the hell happened and where I went wrong. So that's about it. Thank you for tuning in. Again, have a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for being here, and thanks for supporting the channel. And as always, get out there, find those books, and I want to wish you happy hunting.